Well, good morning, everybody. On behalf of the Realtor Association of Sarasota and Manatee, I want to welcome you to Demo Day here at what will be eventually our brand new renovation that we are doing on Manatee Avenue in Bradenton. This is a phenomenal day for the association. It brings us full circle, and in a moment of kind of pure poetry, it helps us extend our mission of reaching further into our community as we move back into the old home of the Manatee Association of Realtors, now to become the future home for our Manatee residents of the Realtor Association of Sarasota and Manatee. This is a promise that was made many, many years ago, and it is something that we have been diligently and through immense effort, I think far more effort than anybody ever really expected this to be, to get to today. And this building that we are putting together is going to be a full-service hub of activity that is going to service people from West Bradenton, out Parish, Palmetto, out into East Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch, as well as any of our members who are choosing to work in the area. We'll have a full-service store. We will be hosting classes. We'll have full-time staff here. It's going to be a phenomenal evolution and of the growth of our Realtor Association. Now, I would be remiss if I did not mention the members of our building task force who have been putting this together for years. And in no particular order, Tony Belkamp, thank you very much for the work that you've done here. Dave Clapp, Roger Piro, and Craig Copeman, thank you guys very, very much for all the effort that you guys have put in years and years and years. You guys have put into this building. And so probably for everybody in the room, I think this is probably the biggest day for you guys. Anyway, I'm proud to be here today. I hope that you're proud as well at the Realtor Association. Have a great day.
Dave? Well, I'll take a few comments. This is a long road that, as Alex alluded to, a long road. We have several of our past presidents that started this process who are here today as well. It was my goal last year as president to accomplish this, get it done, but this road has taken us down different journeys in the course of things. Originally, we were going to build on a lot that we had purchased, and as we saw the price and the value go up of construction, we decided to move and shift in a different direction. We started that in 2019 under Amy Worth as president. We started looking for alternative choices, and part of us, we didn't feel that we were ever going to find something that would be quite as good, and then Tony came up with this place. It came up with this place in September of 19, and by October 9th, we had a contract in on this property. It took us until October 28th to get it under contract, and we were scheduled to close at the beginning of the year, expecting that last year, 2020, we would wrap it up. Well, what happened was it took us all the way with 6 amendments. It took us all the way till May 6th before we were able to close on this property. There were a number of delays for a lot of different reasons, almost all of them beyond our control, and nothing that we could do about it but roll with it and be flexible with it. And so we finally closed on May 6th, and then we started working through architectural design. And Javi is there, and Javi Suarez, our architect, worked with us. Half Acre worked with us. We came up with all sorts of different designs. We vetted it, but that took us about 6 months before we could finalize all the designs. And then we got the design, so we went to the city of Bradenton for permitting, and we did that in mid-December. We expected to get that fairly quickly, but here we are about a week ago, we finally got the permit, and so now we're doing demo days here in April after over 4 months waiting for a permit to come. So it's been delay after delay. It's also been a lot of different challenges. When we started the project, if you haven't been out to the auditorium, that's where we're going to hold a lot of our training classes and our events. The first thing we said when we saw that is that roof has to be raised. We're not going to have a training room with low ceilings. It's just too confining. So in the process, we go, okay, that's the first thing. We got to raise that roof. Well then, as things evolve, we came into this middle section and said, and I think it was Tony who said it, well, if we're going to raise that auditorium roof, why don't we raise this roof too? So yeah, we decided, okay, let's raise that roof. Well, with that comes all sorts of structural challenges. How do you span? This building was built, what you see here was built in 3 phases. And so spanning, raising the roof, it wasn't just a matter of, okay, take this acoustical ceiling and let's get rid of it. You know, raising the roof involved a whole lot more. We're going to be putting steel girders and beams in here in order to raise this middle section and the auditorium. And then as we started to progress with the design, you'll see some holes in the floors. Javi was here and maybe Reed digging holes to find out. We realized we've got 3 different elevations of floors in here. We're going, oh man, you know, now what are we going to do with that? So ultimately the decision was, as we're going through the engineering, the design, is we just need to gut the place. So what originally started as a facelift, we were going to kind of use a lot of the footprint and facelift it, evolved and morphed into a full demolition of the inside of this building, demoing the floors, getting everything in one level. The other challenge was we realized that we have plumbing over here and we've got plumbing back here. This is all cast iron plumbing. You guys in your residential sales know on those old properties when you go to sell them, cast iron plumbing is a nightmare. So we're going, okay, now we're going to renovate this building, put a lot of money into it, and we've got cast iron. No, we got to get rid of that. So again, that was, let's get rid of the floors, let's get rid of the interior walls, and let's do this thing and do it right. So that's the journey that we've been on and why it's taken us so long to get to this point today where we're ready to demo some walls, and this facelift is going to be a complete renovation. What we're so excited about is this is going to be first-class facility. This isn't going to be just a Band-Aid fixing something. We are going to make this first-class facility for an event center, for business meetings, our Realtor store. We're going to have 2 great conference rooms in here, a large conference room that the board of directors can meet in, small conference rooms that committees can meet in. We're going to have an auditorium that is set up with 2 sides, 2 sections, with a divider in the middle so it can be opened up and have 100+ people, or divided off and have 50+ people. So we're going to have great flexibility. We'll have a kitchen in there. We're following the pattern that we have in the Sarasota location, where we have auditorium. We're going to have what we call a great hall or grand hall. It won't be quite as big as what's in Sarasota because this footprint isn't as big, but it's going to be a grand hall for pre-event meetings, and then we're going to have office space. We're going to have an office, a realtor store, and offices, and the 2 conference rooms. So like I said, we are excited to bring to the northern part of our association a first-class facility that's going to be top of the line. And in doing it all, one of the reasons we started to move in this direction was cost. We still expect that we'll save over $1 million doing this project here as opposed to building brand new at the other location. And we'll have more parking here than we would have had in the other location, and it's just a great facility and just a great setup. So we're really excited about kicking this off today, and I really want to thank the Building Task Force because we have worked together on this throughout 2021 and put in a lot of time. Javi Suarez, our architect, Reed, Priscilla are there from Half Acre, who we have been on meetings. We have been on more Zoom calls in working through. And of course, Jeff Arakalian, our CEO, has been involved in the process the whole time with us and working through. So I want to make sure I got everybody. I think I did. Thank you all for all the energy, all the effort, and we're not done yet, but we are really shooting Half Acre guys. We got to get in this building this year. You know, we got to get this project done this year. So again, great thanks to everybody, and I think these sledgehammers are here for a reason. I think we need to use them.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What do you think? Come on, let's go, Alex. Let's go, gang.
Here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Come on.